Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rezdy's Get Started for Suppliers webinar. My name is Renee. I'm from the Rezdy training team. And for this webinar, we are going to review how to create products in Rezdy. That would be your tours and activities. How to build sessions in the calendar so that your customers will know when your tours and activities are available. We will also review how to create orders. And lastly, we'll take a look at the integration options so that you can integrate the Rezdy platform onto your website. Please note, this webinar is an overview of Rezdy's features. So if you have any questions or you need some additional information, I will provide you with our contact information at the end of this webinar. Let's go ahead and get started. When you first log in to the Rezdy platform, you will see the dashboard. The dashboard is your one-stop snapshot of all of the recent activity that has occurred on your account. From the dashboard, we have the main menu, and when you click on one of the main menu items, you will see the related items underneath. Now, for our time today, we will take a look at some of the features and settings, inventory, calendar, orders, and integrations. Under Settings, I'm going to select Edit My Profile to take us to the Company Details page. The information contained in the Company Details page is the information that the customer will receive through their booking confirmation. In addition, if you choose to work with the marketplace, which is a feature with Rezdy that would allow you to promote your tour or activity to agents and other resellers around the world, the information contained here in the company details page will also build your marketplace profile. Also within this page, you have the section for your booking terms and conditions so that you can enter in any information such as a cancellation policy or refund policy. Also under Settings, you have Online Payment. This will allow you to choose the payment method for your tour or activity. You can choose to accept credit card payments, PayPal payments, bank transfers, cash on the day, or even payment by invoice. Now from the Settings menu, I'm going to go up to Inventory. And under Inventory, I'm going to choose My Products. This contains a list of all of the tours and activities under this account. Now I'm under the Rezdy demonstration account, so we're going to create a brand new tour. To create a new product, which will be your tour or activity, upper right-hand corner, press the blue New Product button. Click. This takes us to the Product Type page. Depending on the type of product that you select, Rezdy will guide you through the additional features needed so that you can build your tour or activity. I am going to build a day tour today, so I will select the button for day tour and then press the blue button next to advance me one screen to arrive at the product details page. The product details page allows you to put in all of the information needed so that the customer can learn about your tour and also set information in terms of pricing, descriptions, and other items that will allow you to be able to promote your tour and also give the customer as much information as possible so that they will gather interest. What's great about the Rezdy platform is that you can change this information at any time that you choose just by going in and editing the information. So I went ahead and added some information regarding our tour. So this will be the garden walking tour. I'm going to enter in a unique code to further assist me in categorizing my products. And here is where I can choose the product pricing. So I can select to price this tour by person, by item, such if I was going to have a kayak hire, or even fixed pricing, which does not change based on the quantities or participant numbers. It's just one price. For our tour today, I'm going to select to price it by person. And by selecting by person, I have a wide variety of different ways that I can price this product. I'm going to choose the adult price. And then by pressing the blue box, I can add a price for children. The advertised price is the main price point of my list. And then here we have our quantity. And you can choose, based upon your tour, how many bookings you can take for this particular item. So in reading this, one person can book alone for my tour, but I'm going to note that I can take up to 20 bookings for this tour. If this was more of a couples event where it has to be at least 2 people to book together, I can change my minimum to 2 if needed, but we'll keep it at 1. The quantity label allows you to identify your customers on the product details page. We give you the name participant, but you can choose guests, you can choose tourists, you can choose walkers, whatever you'd like to identify your customers. Moving right along, we have the brief description. The brief description is what grabs the customer's eyes when they take a look at all of your products within the product list. From the brief description, they would press the Book Now button from the product list, and that would take them directly to the long description. The long description is where you provide additional information about your tour or activity, such as highlights, landmarks, any information that you want to provide to your customers to gather their interest so that they'd want to book your tour or activity. Now, across the top, you have some editing features. So I'm going to change the first sentence of my description and make that bolded. And since I have a list of landmarks that my customers will see during the tour, I'm going to change this to a bulleted list. And there we go. Scrolling down a bit, you have images. You can add a wide variety of images that will allow your customers to actually see the landmarks or other items that are going to occur within the tour. You can also have photos of previous customers that have attended the tour with you. Any great photos that you'd like to add, again, to gather interest for your tour or activity. Now, I went ahead and added a few photos. And if you notice, I have this first photo listed as my cover image. That will be the main photo that's listed for this product. But you know, I like this photo of my customers taking a look at the statue. I'm going to drag this one over and make this one my cover image. So now when my customers see a list of my products or they view the product details, this will be the first image that they choose. Moving right along also, we have information regarding a YouTube video. So if you wanted to add a YouTube video in addition to the photos, that's available. So the customers would see a scrolling photo album and then they click and see the YouTube video. You can also choose to have this product purchased as a gift. So the customer can purchase this tour on behalf of someone else for a holiday season birthday present. You can also list special deposit rules. So if you wanted to have a deposit feature so that the customer would pay a portion of the tour so that they can secure their place, that's available here. And then also, if you have any product-specific terms and conditions, you can add those here. Those would be terms and conditions unique to this product, and those would appear on the booking confirmation along with the general terms and conditions that you have listed in the company's details. Now that I have all the information for my details page, I'm going to press the blue button for next to advance me to the next screen. This takes me to the extras page. Extras are merchandise or services that you can promote to complement your tour or activity. Now again, we're in the demonstration account, so we have a host of different extras, but my customers are awesome, so I'm going to select the awesome t-shirt. This is listed as customer's choice, so the customer can choose how many of this particular item that they'd like to purchase. If it's a larger item, such as a kayak, they can choose this particular item and it's listed only once per order. So I'm going to scroll down and press the blue Next button. This takes us to the Scheduling tab. The Scheduling tab is where you can control the availability of your tour or activity. you can select fixed dates and times, any date, or date not required. By selecting fixed dates and times, you will note which days and which times your tour or activity is available within the calendar. I'll show you how to build those sessions a little bit later on. In selecting any date, the customer will let you know when they would like to participate in that tour or activity. For our tour today, we're going to keep it at fixed dates and times. And by selecting fixed dates and times, we have a selection of different items that we can choose from. Now again, today is an overview, so I'm going to select the first option, which is fixed limit per session, which allows me to note how many people can join me at any one time for this tour. So I'll select 20. So this is saying that 20 people can join me at any particular time that my tour starts, and it's going to count it by head count. Now, by selecting fixed limit per session, if I select this box to show the availability, my customers will literally see how many spaces are available due to a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, it will literally show them, hey, this is the amount of spaces that are available, book now. If I select this item, this is a great feature in Rezdy that allows a waiting list. So if number 21 customer were to come in, sorry, number 21, we're full, but fill out this waiting list and we can get back to you. You have an option of having your bookings automatically confirmed, where the customer will go out, they would put in their information, they would book the tour, the email that they receive will show confirmed. However, if you have a tour or activity that requires you to speak with the customer first, based on weather conditions or other specialty items, you can select a manual confirmation. The customer would still receive an email, but the email would show pending, and that way you can speak with them first prior to actually confirming them for that tour or activity. You also have combinations. The minimum notice allows you to select how far in advance prior to the start of the tour or activity that the customer can book. So if I set this for 24 hours, the customer must book within a 24-hour time frame. If they try to go under 24 hours, they'll literally receive a message, sorry, you have to allow at least 24 hours to book. I'm going to note the duration for my tour. You can select the duration for your tour or activity in minutes, hours, or even days. This particular tour will be 2 hours. The product color allows you to color code all of your tours and activities in the calendar. So as you're working with the calendar and managing your tours or activities, you can see a wide shot of all of your products. And we'll take a look a little bit later on. Pressing the new blue next button here will allow me to advance to the next screen. And this takes me to the booking information. Now, a great feature within Rezdy is you can choose to collect information from the customer who's booking the tour. You can also collect information from the customer as well as everyone in the party that's joining them for the tour as well. This tab asks for information for the main person who's booking the tour. The first section contains a list of items that you can ask from the customer. Any information that you need from the customer who's booking the tour, you just click on the box and that will enable it. At the bottom of the list of items that you can select is the items so that you can create your own customized questions. So in taking a look, we have a large list of customized questions, but it can be anything that you need for your tour or activity. If there's any dietary restrictions or any travel-related items such as a license number or passport number, any information that's in addition to the pre-selected items here that you need to ask your customers, you can add that directly. Now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select this question to ensure that my customers are at least 18 years of age or older. And if I wanted, I can also make this question mandatory. Pressing the blue next button, that takes me to the next tab where I can ask information from everyone in the party. So the first tab is of the main person that's booking the tour. If there's a party of 4, for example, whatever information I have on this tab will allow me to ask everyone, all 4 of them, this information. And since the custom questions were created, those questions are also available here. Let's go ahead and press the blue Next button that takes us to the manifest fields. The manifest is part of the calendar where you can see for each day a roster of all of your tours or activities. We'll take a look a little bit later on at the manifest so you can see in the calendar that feature. Let's go ahead and press the blue button for Next. And this takes us to the categories. Instead of your customers seeing a long list of the various tours and activities that you want to promote, you can organize your products by particular categories. Day tours, half-day tours, walking tours, cycling, city tours, well, however you want to organize your products so that the customers can go directly to their tour or activity of interest. Because this is a garden walking tour, I'm going to select walking tours. Scrolling down, press the blue Next button. This takes us to sections regarding negotiated rates and the marketplace rate. Now, the negotiated rate and marketplace rate are features within the Rezdy platform that assist you in promoting your tours or activities within the marketplace. Again, the marketplace is a feature in Rezdy so that you can promote your tours and activities to agents and resellers around the world. If you are interested in working with the marketplace, there is another webinar that is available. Check out the Rezdy Academy's website. Feel free to register and join the webinar. We're going to go ahead and move past that and go directly to the Location tab. Here at the Location tab is where you will enter in the address for your tour or activity. Now, this information that's listed here is coming directly from the company details page because, again, information from the company details page will feed into other areas within Rezdy. However, this is not the address I need for my tour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a change to the tours information by just making a change to the address directly. Now I'm going to do this with the magic of technology so you can see the end result. Now what's nice is the mapping feature within Rezdy is managed by Google Maps. So as soon as you have the address that you need for your tour, let's go ahead and show you. There we are. My tour is in Bellevue, Washington. When you press the Find button, that will allow you to feature that direct location. This is a great feature within Rezdy so that your customers can see directly when this tour will begin. And if they need to plot a course to meet you, they can do so within the map. Pressing the blue Next button, that's going to take me directly to pickups. If you have designated stops within your tour or before your tour begins where the customer should stand so that you can pick them up directly, you can create customized pickup lists. Now, this feature is a little bit more advanced for today's webinar. So if you have any questions regarding using the pickups feature, feel free again to submit your question to the information I'll give you at the end of our webinar today, and we'll be happy to take care of you. Let's go ahead and press the blue Next button. This takes us to the Messages section. You can add additional information to your booking confirmation. So let's say within the booking confirmation for this particular tour, you want your customers to please wear a jacket. You can add this information and it will be unique to your product. If you need to add an attachment, such as an itinerary or some type of waiver, that's available as well. If you want to have a particular supplier receive an email regarding the bookings, that's available. And if you have a list of QR codes that you want to add, those features are also available. If you want to get extra fancy, you can send a text message using the short messaging service for when you receive a booking and also to the customer to confirm their order. Please note that this is a third-party charge. Moving right along by pressing the blue Next button, I can send reminders to my customer to remind them of when this tour will begin. Rezdy is managing my calendar because I have fixed dates and times for this product. So when selecting the reminder, I can choose between so many hours or days prior to the event to contact my customers. And I can send up to 3 reminders. And again, if I want to get extra fancy, I can send a text messaging service. Moving right along by pressing the blue Next button, you also have your follow-ups. So at the conclusion of your tour or activity, you can send a review request, a recommendation request. If you want to give them a coupon as a thank you for joining you can do so. And you have the option to opt in through TripAdvisor Review Express so that your customer can write a formal review. And again, extra fancy, follow up using the short messaging service. Moving right along by pressing the blue Next button, if you have any events that requires a special deposit where the customer would give you a portion of the balance due to secure their space, you can select up to 3 automatic payment requests so that the customer will receive a link to automatically make their next payment. Pressing the blue Next button takes us to taxes and fees. So if you have any taxes that are not included in the price or any special fees, such as a park gate fee, you can add that as well to your product. And you would just enable it by clicking the box. Pressing the blue Next button takes us to a very nice feature within Rezdy called Related Products. I have customers who are going to view the information regarding my garden walking tour, but I think they may also be interested in another product that I have listed called the Hunter Valley Day Tour. If I select this tour to be added to related products, this tour will be featured within the product details page. So that way, before the customer checks out, they can actually book this tour in addition to the initial garden walking tour that they were viewing earlier. This is a very nice way of being able to offer your customers information on a brand new tour or activity that you're promoting. Maybe there's a seasonal tour or activity that you're promoting, and you can list that within the product details page directly. Scrolling down, I'm going to go ahead and press the blue Next button. And this takes us to the Marketplace tags. Again, the Marketplace is a feature within Rezdy where you can promote your tours or activities to agents and other resellers around the world. By selecting a tag, you are literally allowing those resellers to find your tour or activity based on items that you select. It increases the likelihood of your product being found within a search. Okay, so we have now created the product. Let's go ahead and build the availability for this product. Over to the main menu, I am going to select the calendar. Click. This takes us to our calendar view. Now, we have a large list of products that are listed within the Rezdy demonstration account, but I'd like to filter to only see the information for the product that we're going to build. To do so, I'm going to press the blue filter button, and this shows all of our products that we have listed. Remember, I selected GWT as the unique code for this product so that I can find it quickly, and I can filter by selecting the product and pressing the green Apply Filter button. Now when I build the calendar sessions, it will only show those sessions for that one product. I have this calendar listed on a 30-day view, but you can also have a weekly view or even a one-day view. Let's go ahead and create this availability. To create the availability for your product, upper right-hand corner, press the blue button for New Session. Click. This takes us to our information to create the calendar session. By selecting the drop-down, any product that has fixed dates and times will allow you to build a session. So I'm going to select my product. And here is where you have the information to get started to build that availability. I'm going to click in the From box and start my tours on November 6th. Now the system will automatically give me 9 a.m. However, my tour starts at 10 a.m. So I'm going to click in the box here and select 10 a.m. Notice you have a host of different time frames. And when you select on the hour, you can literally choose by second when your tour will begin. But I'll start on the hour. Because I built a 2-hour duration for my product, it automatically calculated it for me. But if this was an all-day event where time was not required, I can click on the box and change that to all day. My repeater allows me to choose the frequency of when this tour will be available. So my tour is going to be available Monday through Friday. So I'm going to select the drop down and choose weekly. Notice the days are available. If I wanted to include Saturday and Sunday, I can just click the box and make this tour available 7 days a week. I can also select, instead of having this tour run every week, every 2 weeks, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. This box allows me to choose how far out in advance this tour will be available. So I am going to end my season on December 29th. So I'm now building a calendar session to be every day of the week, except for Saturdays and Sundays, until December 29th. And scrolling down, this information comes directly from when we built the product. And then here we have our list of resources. Now, resources is a little bit more advanced for today's webinar. However, again, if you have any questions or you need additional information, feel free to send an email to the contact information I'll give you, and I'll be happy to help you, as well as the team here at Rezdy. The availability is being pulled from the information we have on our scheduling tab, and I'm going to go ahead and press the blue Create Session button. This creates the calendar sessions, and here we are. Now we are currently under what's called the price view, but if I wanted to see these individual sessions by the product name or even the availability, I can just choose the toggle. Now, although we built these time sessions as one entire series, you can manage these days individually. So let's say for the 30th, I wanted to do a special super sale. By clicking on the time session, I will get the mini menu. The mini menu lets me know the information regarding the tour, how many are available, and the pricing. By pressing the Edit Session button, this allows me to make a change to this one particular day. Or let's say I have a season where within certain weeks within the season, the pricing changes. You can select different pricing based upon what's needed per your season, per sale, or special event. In scrolling down, I'm going to change the pricing information just for this one day. So for November 30th, I am doing my super sale. The great thing about Rezdy is that when you go to save your session, it stops you and says, hey, are you looking to just change this one session? Are you looking to change this one and all of them following, or every session? I just want the day. When I click on that one day and go back to the calendar, let's go ahead and toggle back to the price. The pricing information, as we originally created for the product, is the same, except for that one day where we have our special sale. Also within the calendar, if you have any products that are being managed by Rezdy, meaning that you have fixed dates and times created, you can also block out a day. So let's say on the 24th of November, I no longer want to promote any events. We decided we're not going to run the tour this day. If I click on the open space for this day, I receive a mini menu that allows me to block out that day or even add a note. When I select to block out the day, it warns me, hey, any session that you created for this day will be deleted. This action cannot be undone. Okay, I don't want any tours to run this day. And there we go. This day is now blocked out. This is great for holidays. Let's say you decided not to run any tours on Christmas or any special holidays. And here you are. Now that we have the product created and we now have our calendar sessions created so that our customers know when this tour is available, let's take a look at how the customer will view this information on the landing page. Over to the left, we have the main menu. Under Integrations, I'm going to select My Website. Click. This takes us to the information so that you can customize how your landing page, where the customer lands to book your tours or activities, will be viewed. You can choose from various color themes. You can choose a background color. You can add a header if you choose, and even customize CSS coding. Now, since we have a large number of products that have been created, I went ahead and added some special information so that we can only see the one product that appears on the landing page that we created today. Let's go ahead and take a look by pressing the green button with the link. Click. This takes us to our landing page. Here's our category that we created. There's our cover image. Here's our great short description so that it will grab the customer's eye so that they'll want to press Book Now. When they press Book Now, that takes them directly to the product details page. And here's where they have additional information regarding the tour. So remember, I bolded the first sentence, created a bulleted point. And then this is the feature for related products. So as the customer's reading information regarding what they wanted for the main tour, which is here, when they scroll down, they'll see the information regarding that related product. Over to the right, we have our availability. And remember, I selected Monday through Friday, and then the 24th is blocked. Let's go ahead and select 2 adults. Now remember also, in addition to the day that's blocked, I also changed the pricing for our super sale on the 30th. So this is the regular pricing for one of the days outside of the sale, but when I click on the 30th, notice it automatically changes it. So the information that you place within the back end, the customer will only see the result. Let's go ahead and select the date. Because I selected to show the number of available in terms of bookings, here they are. And let's press the Book Now button. There's my awesome t-shirt because my customers are awesome. And yes, I want a couple. Pressing the blue button confirms this extra to the order. And that takes us directly to where we can go to book. So I'm going to select this. And actually, let's grab 3 people. And I'll just skip this for now. And that takes us directly to the booking form. Here's the information regarding the California sales tax that we added earlier. This is the total price. And then as we scroll down, remember the special question that I selected to find out if my customers are 18 years of age or older. Here's how it appears. And then, because we wanted to have specific information on everyone in the party, and it's a party of 3, this information appears 3 times. And then here are our payment options. Again, this information is found under Settings, Online Payment. And there you are. This is the online booking form where the customer would go to book online. And you have a variety of options on how you want to present this information. So what if you have a customer who does not want to book online, or they appear in your office and you want to create an order, or if they call you directly and you're taking an order over the phone? You have an option within Rezdy to create what's called an internal order. So from the integration section under My Website, let's go ahead and go directly over to the main menu to the left and click on Orders. And from orders, we'll start to create an internal order. This list contains all of the orders from various sources. So as you start to receive orders online, as you receive orders from agents, everywhere that you have orders coming in directly will all be listed here. To create an internal order, press the blue button in the upper right-hand corner for New Internal Order. That takes us to the order screen. Now, if you notice, it's listed here as confirmed, but if you have any customers that gives you a partial payment or any additional work that you need to perform for an order, you can select them as pending if you choose. But for this order, we'll go ahead and keep them as confirmed. Any customers that you add to an order will automatically be added to your customer database. So if they contact you again to create a new booking, their information is already added. So let's go ahead and add a customer who loves Rezdy. She books quite a bit. And let's select a product. Here's my garden walking tour. Notice as soon as I select it, it lets me know the balance. I'm going to select the date. When the date is selected, it lets me know how many spaces are available. And I'm going to choose 2 adults. And then scrolling down, the special question that I asked from the Booking Information tab is here. And if the customer is providing credit card information, that's available here. But in this case, we're going to note that the customer gave me cash. So I'm going to note that this is a cash transaction. She was standing in the office. And let's go ahead and add in the balance. As soon as I add in the amount that was paid, this goes back to 0. Now that I've entered in all the information regarding this order, I'm going to press the blue button to create the order. This adds the booking within the calendar. And by pressing email and order details, I am now sending out the order confirmation. If I scroll down, the recent actions regarding this particular order is listed here. And the email information will go through once that request goes through our system. So now that we have this order created, let's take a look and see how this order is viewed within the calendar. Over to the main menu, I'm going to click on Calendar. Click. Now, if you notice, we now have a booking listed. If I click on the time session, it gets the mini menu. From the mini menu, I can see that there are 2 confirmed, and I still have 18 available. If I press the View Details button, that will bounce me over to the information regarding the order. So if I need to make a change or if I need to change a date, I can just click on the order number, and that takes me back to the original order screen. Let's go back to the calendar. So we know that we have a booking on the 23rd. You can, if you'd like, take a look at all of your bookings for the day by selecting the manifest. So here at the top, I have it selected for November 5th, but let's choose the 23rd. I now want to see the bookings that are listed for this day. Now that I have this date selected, I'm going to press the manifest button. Click. This takes me to the manifest. The manifest will show me all of the bookings that are featured for this day and how many people that I have that will join me. It gives the customer information as well as any additional information that you need to see directly here. This manifest can be printed, or if you'd like, you can export this out to a spreadsheet program such as Excel. In viewing the manifest, you can change the order of the columns if you'd like. And when I Lover joins us for her tour, I can check her in directly by pressing this button. If it's a no-show, this button's featured here. You can also email this manifest to anyone that's added in Rezdy on your team, and there's also a mobile view. I'm going to go back to the calendar. In addition to the manifest, you also have a feature called the agenda. That's listed here. The agenda view allows you to see several days in advance in terms of your activities as well as any bookings. What's great about the agenda view is if I have to send an email to everyone that's booked for a particular day, I can select the date of that booking, and it allows me to do a mass action. So if I need to make a quick note to everyone who's been booked for this tour for this day, let's say it's a weather change or there's a different meeting place, I can quickly send a mass action. Okay, so we have taken a look at creating a product. We have built the calendar sessions. We have viewed what this particular product would look like if you create an internal order. We've seen the booking on the calendar directly. We've blocked out a day. Now let's take a look at the integration options. So from the calendar view, I'm going to go to integrations, and under integrations, choose my website. Under the Integrations My Website page, as I mentioned earlier, you have a variety of features that you can use to integrate the Rezdy platform onto your website. You can select a web link, a Book Now button. You can choose the color for your Book Now button. You can select where this particular Book Now button will be pointed to directly via a category, a product, or a redeem. You can even label your Book Now button with a different name. So if you don't want it to say Book Now, if you want it to say Inquiry, you can do that as well. And based upon the information that you have for your Book Now button, you would just select the coding to add that to your website. You can choose to have the product list integrated onto your website, or if you want more detail and you want the entire details page to be selected, you can do that as well. That's also available just by selecting the product that you need. You can also incorporate through a category calendar, monthly calendar, or if you also promote your tours using Facebook, you have the option of integrating your tours and activities to be booked directly through your Facebook page. There's even webhooks in Google Analytics. A wide variety of options are available to you depending on how you want to integrate the Rezdy platform onto your website. You can do a little or a lot based upon what you need. Okay, so we have taken a look at creating our product, building the availability within the calendar. We've taken a look at the calendar, the orders list, information in terms of how to manage your calendar, the manifest and agenda view, and also the integrations page. As promised, I will provide you with the contact information on how to reach us if you have any questions or if you need additional information. So if you have any questions in terms of how to work with the Rezdy platform, or if there's any advanced features such as the resources or pickups or any other items that you'd like to see directly within the Rezdy platform, or you just need additional information, feel free at any time to contact us at support@rezdy.com. Please provide your contact information in addition to email, the best telephone number to reach you, as well as a contact person, and we will be happy to contact you, guide you with products and additional information. If you'd like, as I mentioned earlier, there is an additional webinar specifically for the marketplace, which will help you in terms of how to set your rates and how to connect to agents and resellers around the world. Feel free to check out the Rezdy Academy's webpage so that you can register for this event. Also, within the Rezdy Academy's webpage, you'll also see additional recorded videos where you can take a look at individual features within Rezdy and any specific items that you may need. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope this was very informative for you, and welcome to the wonderful world of Rezdy.